Okay. So good morning, everybody. My name is Banks, and I am the lead analyst for Good LEDs and also the founder. And then alongside here, I have the rest of my team, which are like the assistant lead analysts also, which is Ore and Tomiwa that are here on the call. So today we're going to be looking at a couple of pairs, and we'll be looking at our expectations for the new week, what we're looking at trading, and how I'm also going to be talking about my experiences so far. Hopefully, it helps somebody here. I'll be able to talk about like risk management and a whole wide range of other things, but I'll make it short and snappy and very interesting. So, firstly, let's look at gold. So, first off, before you start trading, you go to the 4-hour time frame. And then once you go to the 4-hour time frame, you check that okay, what do we have on the 4-hour time frame? So, on the 4-hour time frame, we have for me, what I can say right now on the 4-hour time frame is markets, you know, pushing down price a bit. First off, we had this all-time high that was created. And then after this all-time high, we had this pullback momentum that was here. The market broke structure of it. Now, market created a low here that was broken by this new low. The market pushed up price, then it struggled around this area, then came down a bit to break past this region. Now, upon breaking past this region, it didn't break past this area, right? So for me, I'm going to be expecting a break below that area would signify that you have a continuation of sell pattern. Why is that? Why? Because, for instance, now we had market get here and push up. Guys, understand that it is repeated patterns. We had market push down price and get here, then pushed up. Market came back here again, struggled around this area and pushed up price. Upon that, market pushed down to break this region. The same thing that happened here is going to happen here similarly. Now we have market push down price, couldn't break past this area. So if you had set your stop loss around 3188.99, it wouldn't have gotten hit. It would have given you this amazing sharp buys. Please, can you clear your chart on the screen? It should have given you this amazing sharp buys, right? But then we didn't get market, breaking past here. So for me, if we want to get a confirmed continuation of sales, it's either we look at two certain areas, and those two areas would be first off, would be this region representing a continuation of the sell pattern, one, which for me isn't as strong as what I would expect at the break of this low. So at the break of this low, for instance, now, I would expect the market gives me a continuation of sell pattern. At least it should have that sells all the way to this other region that is below here. So it's either we have a system like this where market pushes down price, and after pushing down price, it gets here. Then upon getting there, you refine your stop loss on a lower time frame, basically. But all of this analysis will be sent to the Forex signal anyways. Those ones really don't have to break a sweat. So now for that one, we'll look at a system like this. Say market should come down from this area. This area. So market to come down from here. Maybe it can even react around there for a bit and then push up price. After pushing, then it breaks. Now upon breaking, then we will now take the sales all the way down to this area. So a break below 3170.26 area can signify that we expect the continuation of the sell patterns. Why? Because it has broken the structure of the low here, broken this low, come down. Now, this is actually looking like an equal low, but then relatively equal. Now, market will now push down price to break past this area. So upon breaking past this area, they will now be expecting like the sell pattern continuation all the way down. Or market pushes up price into this area that started a sell region and then now continue the sales. But nonetheless, I'm looking at overall sales, but nonetheless, should in case we have a scenario where market actually fails to sell, if market fails to sell, we can have a break above this high. And a break above this high around 33.51 would actually signify that would have a continuation of the buy pattern all the way up. And who knows, they might hit a new all-time high. So now to rephrase, I'm expecting overall sales for XAUUSD, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be ignorant for buy opportunities. And where are my sell areas? A break below this stop loss region at 31, a break below this 31 area, like this 31.94 area ish. So if you have a break below that area and then a retest back to that area, a break and retest back to that area, then you can, if a break and retest back to that area, then you can look at the possibility of the sales. Do you get what I'm saying? So a break and retest to that area, then you can say, okay, I'm looking at the possibility of the sales. And that's pretty much it. So now a break below that area, we can say that we're looking at possibilities of sales all the way like to the downside. And then should in case we have a system where market pushes up price here, we would have sales also. But if it continues to push up price and breaks these targeted areas for stop losses, just know that it's continuation of the long for the buyers right? And this is on the 4 hour time. So for me, I'm expecting overall sales because it's been showing signs of reversals and all, but nonetheless, we're not going to be ignorant towards buy opportunities. So these are areas that you can mark out as possibilities for like trades and all of that. And that's pretty much it. So that brings us to the next pair, which would be GBP USD. I'm just going to do those two and then we'll have a brief talk. So GBP USD is what we're going to be looking at again. So GBP USD would be, GBP USD has actually been buying. So for me, if you're looking at GU for the week, GU for the week would be, you have to mark out this area first that is here. So once you mark out that area, once you go ahead and mark out this area, for instance, for me, I'm still expecting the GBP USD buying. Guys, so the overall trend is giving us that it's already buys, yeah? If I'm being honest. So for me, I'm just looking for the same continuation of that overall buys. Does that make sense? So what I'm looking at is is the continuation of the buys for is the continuation of the buys for GBP USD. Now, why did I say that? First of all, we had market pushing up price to keep breaking structure and all. So now we had the first break of structure around this area. Then we had the second break of structure around 132.85894. Then we had another break of structure around 1.34149. So for me, and that okay, market is supposed to push down price back into this area. So right now you can actually see good buys. If we put this to a 2 hour time frame, so you go to a time frame divided by 2 from 4 hour. That is 2 hours. Once you go down to the 2 hour time frame, you see that this place actually created a demand, a a supply turn demand zone. So now if we push this up slowly, you realize that um market created this high here. And then when market created this high here, market pushed down price here slightly to this high that is here and continues to push up price. So for me, I'm still going to be expecting GBP USD buys. Now, it now depends. If you want to enter the buy right now, you refine and pick a proper entry and pick a proper stop loss that you can pick up. So for me, that would just maybe you want to enter now, that would be like around this area. And I already gave the reasons for the buys. As you can clearly see, first off, we had this area the market created a high from and then pushed up price, retested back into that area and then continued the buys. So for me, and then we've had series of break of structures. We've had a break of structure one, we had a break of structure one from here, where market create a retest, push up break of structure two, the where market retest down again and push up price again to create a break of structure three. So for me, market is supposed to come down, retest this region, and then continue the buys. So all you have to now do is train your eyes to be able to spot quality entries to pick your trades from, and then you will be good. So GBP USD possibility of buys, and then XAUUSD, what I'm expecting is overall sales, But nonetheless, before you can enter those sales, market must break some certain areas, which I already explained. And you can go back to watch the video, it's recorded anyways. So if market breaks those certain areas, you can look for sell opportunities. But if market fails to break those certain areas, there is no sales. You have to calm down till you see a break above to now get continuation of buys. When it comes to trading gold, it's more of highs and lows than reversal patterns. That's one of the ways you can actually have successful winners. It's more of highs and lows. It's not like GBP USD or any other pair that you can just expect that when market gets a certain area, it can reverse. 95% of the time, when gold gets a certain area, instead of for it to reverse, most likely it's, I'm not going to say the strategy, but instead of for it to reverse from a certain area, most likely a lot of other things happen and then it doesn't usually reverse and all of that. So there are certain companies that is involved. We've been trading gold for a very long time. And that doesn't mean we don't have scenarios where we are not necessarily correct our analysis, but then market just, does its thing and all. The second thing that we're going to be, the third thing, which is like the last time we're talking about this new week, is more of a psychology thing. And that brings us to the part where I see it every time that two people can have the same lot account size. Two people can have the same account size when entering a trade. They can use the same lot size, but they'll never make the same amount of money. Why? The explanation remains the same. Two people study the same course. They attend the same lecturers' classes, but both of them during the exam will never have the same grade. Why? Now, it's easier for you to be able to answer the question of the school part because you can relate to school well. Why is it that two people attended class, they are in the same school, they are doing the same course, the same lecturer taught them, but they will never have the same degree? Why? Other factors can always affect them. And why? What are the factors? The psychological factor. Psychology rules a lot of things that you do in your life, ranging from even your academics, your spiritual life, to your mental, everything that you can think of, even to your love life, everything I can think of. So it's very, very important that you have a sharp mind, and you are able to see the fact that you can only hit a certain level of success when you take certain level of risks. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be a reckless person. No, you can actually get to a certain level by taking calculated risks. But taking no risk at all is assuming that you have no life at all, because life itself is risky and we are all not going to make it out alive. The only prayer is we all age well and grow old and we're able to make beautiful impacts. So once you understand the fact that, okay, not everybody would go to school and have the same grade because the same lecturer taught you guys and you attended the same class. Now, what is the reason? You have to have a why. Now, if you think about it and you sit down, you realize the fact that, okay, now that I understand that, okay, same people can study the same course and then they cannot have the same degree. Now, it is now, okay, what now made the other person better than the other person is self-development. Nobody can teach you self-development. You guys are in the same class. You studied the same course, attended the same lecturers' classes, but you can never have the same results. Why? Because one person improved on self-development than the other person. Same thing is applicable to businesses. Two people are selling the same goods and services. Two people are in the same geographical location, but both of them are not making the same amount of money. Why? Strategy is different. Self-improvement is different for both individuals. The same thing is now applicable to trading. Most people, when it comes to the trading space, they are not just sensible because they see trading as a get-rich-quick scheme, which is not. The more you look at smaller percentages, it makes sense for you that you can easily scale and grow faster. When you look at smaller percentages and smaller targets, and then also you look at the fact that you need to take risks and double down on what you have going on. Now, once you understand that, it now brings you to the fact that, okay, you have two traders. Now, these two traders are using the same strategy. These two traders are always in the market. What makes the two traders different is self-improvement. One person shows up more than the other person. One person owns up to their losses more than the other person. One person takes risks more than the other person. One person has capital more than the other person. One person has more of a sharpened psychology more than the other person. Now, it is no longer a question of strategy. It is now a question of you as an individual. What are you doing every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year to move from where you are to a different level? Most of you judge self-improvement by your financial worth. Self-improvement is not by money alone. Self-improvement is not bound to money alone. But most people usually tie their scaling their growth, their improvement in life to money. The society standard might be that if you don't have money, you're not improving. No, that shouldn't be your own standard as an individual. Money shouldn't be the only thing that shows that you are improving and scaling. Are you with the right network? Are you with a different set of individuals? Are you moving with people that help you to become a better person? Are you also doing things that can get you to a different phase? Are you in the right circle? Are you improving yourself on a daily? These are questions like you don't just come to the trading space and just trade haphazardly. Most people don't have a plan. They just fund their account and start trading. No, you need to sit down and ask yourself the why. So the question I have for you this new week is why are you really doing what you're doing? Do you have a 1 month goal? Do you have a 1 year goal? Do you have a 5 year plan? And why are you really in the trading space? And why are you really, really in this part of the financial journey that you are? So I need you to go this new week and execute, guys. And I say a quick prayer that as you go about your new week, I pray that God guides every single one of you. I pray that He protects you. And I pray that He also protects me myself. And I pray that we all hit our weekly goals and our weekly targets. So I say every time that when you're going out, please let people know where you're going. I know you're all big men and women, but even if it's just a friend, just let people know where you're going and always ensure that you stay safe always. And for those that are also in diaspora, I pray that you get every single one of your heart desires this new week and every day of your life. So I appreciate you guys always. And we have our event coming up in Kaduna on the 31st of May. So if you're around that proximity, maybe you're staying, if you're within a close proximity, maybe you're staying in Abuja, maybe you're staying in Kaduna itself, or close areas and all of that, you can actually come in for the event. It's on the 31st of May. And we also have a 1 day seminar after the event. And the seminar is going to be on the 1st of June. So you can come in and all of that. And also, our Forex Signal and our Deriv Signal is open to you guys to actually join. If you are interested, we have spaces for you to join the Forex Signal and the Deriv Signal. And all of this analysis that we did here will definitely be sent there anyways. So all of this will be sent there and even more from my other team too. They'll send signals there and all of that. And if you know you're not really so good at your trading, you can visit our website let me put it in the chat box. So our website is www.goodearlydeals.com. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the chats, for the comments there. So Good Early Deals. So you can go to Good Early Deals, goodearlydeals.com. To get started, you can go to goodearlydeals.com. Everyone. So you can go to www.goodearlydeals.com to get started with your Forex trading journey for free. So from there, when you're done, you can send us a message on Telegram and they will give you a playlist that can help you all for free. Don't worry. Then maybe from that, if you've now made enough money or whatever, you can now come for like a paid program and all. But we have a lot of free services that you can actually jump on to just watch you scale and grow. And then what else? We have our app launching very soon. And we are just uploading the courses and all of that. We all do this to just ensure that you guys scale and grow. And I pray that God will help you. So if you need any guide, like your trading journey, and also you have any issues with your account verification, and you can always reach out to us. We would respond to you as soon as. If I don't respond to you, Tomiwa will respond to you. Or and please, nobody here is going to ask you for money, so don't get scammed. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe for now. Thank you so much, to you guys.